twice by double digits, and the other one was an 8-point victory. So let's see if they can replicate any of that here tonight. First possession, it's Luka. Here he is, taking the first shot. There you go, Mike.
Jackson Hayes, he made him alter the shot and then got the defensive rebound.
Oh, there's Luka splitting defense. Count if it goes, and it goes. He splits the defense as well as anybody in the league.
I think people underestimate how strong Luka is. He can absorb some contact and he gets through little creases, but he keeps his balance. He doesn't really lose balance on a lot of his shots, and this is off of 1 foot, but still it's a easily makeable shot.
He's a formerly of Detroit underneath Fears, who had no fear trying to get to the basket. Threw it right to Laravia. He leads his team in steals. Here he goes, LeBron, throw it down.
Look at the Lakers as they forced a turnover, and Jake kept it in the middle, and then at the last minute finds LeBron, who finds the rim.
He lost control of it. Wasn't really under duress. 3-on-1. Oh, and they botch it. Wow, a 3-on-1, but they're going to get away with it.
Slipped on the floor. Marcus Smart has it. He's trying to get it to LeBron, and LeBron just completely slips, but gets back up, gets the ball, gets the dunk, gets the foul.
Hey, listen, that's what the Lakers are practicing. Remember, Luka slipped the last game. Was Laravia. Jake was there with yet another steal. Start, stop, go, LeBron! Count it in one.
Boy, he loves that left hand going that direction, doesn't he? Gets right into the chest of DeAndre Jordan, gets the foul and the basket as Jake starts it off with the strip of Zion, and good change of pace, change of speed, and look at that shot with the left by LeBron James. Game's leading.
Total scramble mode yet. Whoa! Reeves somehow kept that pivot foot. And that was another Laker turnover. Queen down the middle he goes. Oh, from behind.
Lakers end up with possession, so they were very fortunate in that semi-transition.
Zion, Luka lob underneath. Boy, what a perfect delivery. And then they nearly steal it with Reeves. Boy, he should have shot it, huh? Should have shot it. Lakers will take it. Here's a 2-on-1. LeBron,
I'll tell you what was smart was, and no pun intended.
Go ahead and have
when
it
they
intended.
got the steal and Marcus had it, he initially gave it up, and LeBron gave it right back. You want your best finisher to be on the end. LeBron gives it back. Now you got a 2-on-1 with your best finisher there to hammer it home. Nice play by the Lakers.
At the next whistle, Kennard with 9, with 8, dumping it in out of the post. It's 8, turns and scores. Count it.
Opportunity here inside and work on him a bit. Count the basket as Ayton now 6 out of 8 from the field. 12 points, 8 boards.
Shots tonight, 9 of them. Turnover.
By Marcus.
Here they go. Marcus Smart, the former defensive player of the year. Love LeBron. He glides in a finger roll.
Only appropriate. What's going to happen?
Quarterbacking is Doncic. Still with it. Luka. Corner. Marcus. Got it. Yes, sir. Woo. Marcus Smart. Big time.
Yeah, that was big time. Marcus somehow ended up on the floor. I don't know how on a three-point attempt, but the bottom line is...
Smart, you guys closed this game on a 24-7 run. What got into you on both ends of the court down the stretch?
Just trying to make plays. You know, my team needed me to make plays on both ends. They trusted me to make those plays, and I came through.
All right, so you had 7 stocks, 4 steals, 3 blocks. A lot of them came over helping in the middle of the lane. As you know, that train, Zion, trying to get to the rim. What are you looking for in that action? It just kind of trying to time the basketball and not get the foul?
Just see where he's putting the ball at. We all know how strong and athletic he is. And, you know, it's a freight train. So, you know, you got to pick your poison. You got to pick the time and spots. But, you know, we did a good job of not fouling and just making sure when he put the ball out in front of us, doing a good job of taking it.
You were able to transition several of those plays into offense on the other end. A couple of times you had a give-and-go exchange with LeBron. Another one that you paid off with a bucket yourself. How important is that to capitalize on the turnovers you create?
It's huge. Those are momentum swingers. And, that's demoralizing to other teams, especially when, you're on a run like that. You get a stop, you come down and score, and then you get back and ready to do it again. So it's big for us. It's key for us. It gets us going, and it gives us that energy we need.
All right, you also hit one of the bigger shots of the game, the corner three. What did you see on that action?
We just letting Luka do his thing. Been doing great all night, facilitating for us. And, he read the help, got two, made the pass, and I did the rest.
Last one for you. Tough back-to-back coming up. You head to Denver and then come back here to take on Indiana. What's the mindset going into those?
Same as it's been for us, these last couple games. Continue to get better and continue to work on the things we need to work on and go out there and try to get us a win.
Thank you, Marcus.
Hard-fought win over the healthy, young, athletic Pelicans. They head to Denver on a 3-game winning streak. Couple of keys here, guys. Lakers had 20 turnovers through 3 quarters. They did not turn the ball over in the fourth until the end when they just gave the ball back to the Pels and let that shot clock wind down. They were down 7, big game, with 7 minutes and 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter after 7-0 New Orleans run. The Lakers responded, turned up the defense, hit some big-time shots, won on a 24-7 run to close.
Had to earn it because New Orleans came in here young. They were ready to play, and they were close most of the game and took the lead. But the Lakers, they managed to defend well. Austin Reeves finally got a shot in. I think that helped them get some confidence in the end. And the 29 assists, again, the ball was moving pretty good. So it wasn't an easy win, but they took care of business when they were supposed to. I think the blocks and steals they had down the stretch there, especially against Zion, they got their hands in there. They were active. Really helped them secure, some good defense there in the fourth quarter in the clutch. So I give them credit. Marcus Smart, good collective effort. Danny?
Yeah, I think a lot of the energy shifted and changed when Jackson Hayes was in the game and he was guarding Zion. And he had 2 key possessions where he stole the ball, stayed in front of him, took a charge or elbow to the face. That kind of turned the momentum because at one point it was not looking great for the Lakers. The momentum was all in the Pelicans' hands most of that second half. And Zion was playing good, but they had some really good stops. They got some strips on Zion, got out and running, made some big shots. They showed some good defensive effort and did what they were supposed to do in crunch time minutes. And then, of course, Luka does what Luka does, made some big-time shots. But this was a good character win. One you didn't want it to come down to. You would like to have probably gotten some rest for some of those guys, but Austin finally got it going. Hopefully gets a rhythm, carried over to next game. And, other guys kind of got some confidence defensively to make some big time stops.
With 7 stocks, and it seemed like a lot of them were on that similar action, just Zion going downhill and him timing it up. How was that indicative sort of the way you guys defended as a team, and how much did Smart lead that?
Yeah, big emphasis for us pregame and on the film was just our physicality. You have to match Zion's physicality. You have to match Sadiq Bey's physicality. Like they have big players, and I thought Smart was incredible tonight. Him and Jackson in the second half when we got him back in the game defensively as well. Really, just they helped us win the game. They changed the game, and frankly, that's not a win we've had since probably November, where we're down. A lot of those early wins when we started 15-4, we had a number of double-digit deficits in the second half and just stuck with it and kept playing. And it was a good win for our group to be able to do that again.
JJ, kind of on that point, you said you haven't had a win like this since November. Does it feel like in some ways the group is starting to find the cohesion that you've been searching for, honestly, since then? We're a work in progress, and I would just say that. But I'm confident that we'll eventually get to a good space.
JJ, along those lines a little bit, you mentioned Marcus and Jackson.
Did you start this
along those lines
with a question with the same starter along those lines, back to back?
I'm distracted by Mike's suit.
It's the cobalt.
Okay. Let me regroup. You guys, there were a number of players that felt like maybe, I think of Austin had a pretty bad offensive game, but he had a couple steals and blocks late. DeAndre some really big baskets early in the third quarter. Just in terms of like number of people who you could kind of feel like this person touched this win in a way, how completist was this?
Right. It wasn't the prettiest game. Some of that was the turnovers. Some of that was, I think we had a couple stretches there where we were able to generate some corner threes, really good catch and shoot threes that didn't go down. And so the offense didn't flow as well. On top of that, they ran, 5 or 6 different coverages against us. So it created there was a little bit of a choppiness to the game, just in terms of finding the advantage. Unfortunately, as a coach, you don't always know what coverage they're going to be in. We had some success in 77, and then they changed the coverage. We went away from that, and then, frankly, we were targeting Zion, but he played. I've seen him do it before, and he had a tremendous defensive game, and I think that that led to us getting stalled out a little bit when they were in that switching group, which gave us some trouble. But again, the plays that you just got to make to win. You referenced a number of like the hand activity plays, the physicality plays, loose balls. Smart hitting that big three. I thought the play as we were kind of getting back into the game down 8, where we got a good look from Luke in the corner in transition. Jackson and Smart both crashed. We end up with the ball. AR gets the 3. Like those were the type of plays we had to make to win tonight. And then felt good, down the stretch. Just kind of they didn't have any size at the rim, and we posted Luka. He scored in the post. He got fouled in the post. Then he makes the huge 3 and just kind of closed the game out for us.
Y'all had 10 turnovers in the third quarter. What caused that chaos in that quarter, and how did you like fixing it in the fourth quarter when I don't think y'all had a single turnover until the last possession?
Yeah. Typically with our turnovers, it's like a multitude. They typically come in waves, and so it's errant passes, and it's not making the simple pass. It's and that's felt like the case tonight in that third quarter.
You told us, I don't know, that long ago that you're like kind of our end game situation is going to be 3 guys, and the other 2 guys could kind of change depending on circumstances. Marcus has found himself in that group as one of the other 2 guys on many occasions. Tonight hit maybe the ceiling 3. What's he done over the course of these 60 games to warrant that trust to be one of those guys?
Yeah. When you guys like to talk about roles, guys' roles, and like dividing players amongst roles. Like a star player, their role is to be the star, and their role is to whatever way they star is to be a star. Smart, I think, has starred in his role for what we need from him consistently throughout the year. He's, I think, played great basketball for the last 5-6 weeks, and that starts at the defensive end. I mean, he's been tremendous for us defensively. And look, there were a couple points there where you kind of felt the energy of the group starting to wane, and he makes a big defensive play, gets a steal, we go out in transition, we score. They call timeout. He gave us life.
Guys, would you like on both ends of the floor?
No, we got stops. They mixed up the defenses a lot, so kind of confused us a little bit offensively. But we made some plays. We turned a lot of those stops into fast break opportunities. Helped us seal the game.
What's it like playing next to a teammate like Marcus Smart when he has nights like tonight, as JJ mentioned, just starring in his role?
It's just a winning player. He's always have been. Ever since I started watching him at Oklahoma State, all the way to being a pro. So he's always making winning plays.
You guys had 7 blocks in the fourth quarter. It's the most for a Lakers team since 2009 in the fourth quarter of a game. We start off the first couple months this season talking about needing the defense to be 5 guys on the team. Have you guys made strides in that department?
Oh, have we?
I mean, I think
so.
Team defense.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we've made some strides defensively. I think we didn't play much at all zone tonight. We started the game off with it. We kind of went away from him, so I thought our man-to-man defense was pretty good. I thought Jackson and Marcus was great on that end, and then everybody else kind of trickled in as well.
What do you look at when you analyze what lineup combinations work? Is it games? Is it minutes? Or is you just leave numbers out of it and you just go by feel for it?
No, if I'm on the court, I just play with whoever's on the floor with us. I don't analyze, lineups, things of that nature. It's my job to, no matter who I'm on the floor with, to try to make it happen, make plays. So it's always been the case.
What was the biggest thing you think sparked you guys on that 14-0 run after you guys went down 8 midway through the fourth when JJ took that time out?
We got stops. We defended at a high level. Like you said, we had 7 blocks on the fourth, we said. So, it's big time for us, and we was able to get out and get some early transition points as well.
The record is what it is, but there's a lot of athletes on the court tonight, a lot of physicality on the court tonight, and you guys haven't always performed well against teams that have that. Do you take anything out of the fact that you guys were able to meet their physicality with physicality, that you guys were able to compete with them athletically for pretty consistently?
Well, we knew we wasn't playing against their record tonight. It's the first time they've been whole in quite a while, and we know when they've been whole what type of team they've been. So we came in with that mindset, understanding the type of team that we was playing. I think they won their last 4 out of 5 before tonight or something like that. But we didn't come in with the notion that we were playing against their record. We came in with the notion that we were playing a very athletic, team that's been playing exceptional basketball lately.